Good morning, students. Let us study the second year intermediate botany topic, the structure of the DNA. So, can you see here what is this? This is a structure of a DNA molecule. What is it made up of? Previously, we have seen that the DNA is having two strands. It is double stranded. Each thread-like structure, can you see here? This ribbon or thread-like structure is called as strand. So this is one strand and this is another strand. These two strands are winded together. That means if you flip the two ribbons, how they will coil? In the same manner, they are coiled to each other to form a structure in this manner. The two strands are made up of nucleotides. Can you see these are the nucleotides in the DNA? So because many nucleotides are present, you call this DNA molecule as polynucleotide. The bases in the DNA are paired together. Can you see here how they are pairing? The adenine molecule always pairs with the thymine. So this is always seen in the DNA. Adenine pairs with thymine, guanine pairs with cytosine. Adenine and thymine are held together with hydrogen bonds. Guanine and cytosine are also held together with the hydrogen bonds. Adenine and thymine have two hydrogen bonds between them, and guanine and cytosine have 3 hydrogen bonds between them. So this is because of the structure of the nitrogen bases. So if you remember in the previous class we have seen the structure, and because of this structure always adenine pairs with the thymine and guanine pairs with the cytosine. If you know one strand, adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine like this, if you are able to know one strand, you can predict what bases will be there in the other strand, because A pairs with T, G pairs with C. So this feature of the DNA is called as complementarity of the DNA. So because of the complementary feature in the DNA, the bases always pair in this manner, adenine pairing with thymine, guanine pairing with the cytosine. These strands of the DNA are known to be polar in nature because they are having the 5' hydroxyl end and 3' hydroxyl end. So if I say this is 5' hydroxyl end, can you see this strand where it is ending here? So this will be 3' OH end. If I say this is 5' OH, this will be the other end. So 5' phosphate and the 3' hydroxyl ends are present in the DNA. And this feature of presence of phosphate at the 5' end and hydroxyl at the 3' end is known to give the polarity to the DNA molecule. Can you see here in between the two nitrogen bases the presence of the hydrogen bonds? This is cytosine, this is guanine. So C always pairs with G, G always pairs with C. T always pairs with A and A always pairs with T. See here what do you find? These dashed lines are known to be the hydrogen bonds. So the hydrogen bonds are how many in between cytosine and guanine? Can you count? 1, 2, 3. So 3 hydrogen bonds are present between cytosine and guanine. How many bonds are present, hydrogen bonds, in between thymine and adenine? 1, 2. So 2 dashed lines are there, dotted lines. So you can say that always adenine and thymine are having 2 hydrogen bonds, cytosine and guanine are having the 3 hydrogen bonds. See here, this is one strand, this is the other strand. So these are the 2 strands. Each strand is known to be made up of nitrogen base. This is the structure of the sugar. We already studied how is the structure of the sugar. Ribose sugar, 5 carbons, then phosphate. So each this is called as nucleotide because it contains nitrogen base, sugar and phosphate. So this is the nucleotide. How many nucleotides are present in the DNA like this? Many nucleotides are present. So can you see below another nucleotide? This side also, this is another strand. This strand is also having nitrogen base, which is guanine, sugar and the phosphate. This is again connected to the another sugar molecule, another phosphate molecule, nitrogen base. So like this, the two nitrogen bases are held together with hydrogen bonds, and each strand is made up of many nucleotides. Thus the name polynucleotide. And DNA contains two strands. So these are the two polynucleotide containing strands. If you notice one more important thing, see here, phosphate is present. So this end will be 5' end. Wherever you have the 5 phosphate, it will be the 5' end. Free phosphate group is present. This is the 5' end. See here, this will have the other strand will have the 3' OH end. So always they are anti-parallel. The two strands of the DNA are anti-parallel. If this is 5' OH, this will be 3' OH. Again, here you can see the phosphate is attached, 5' phosphate is attached to another sugar. So this kind of bonds between the sugars are found in the structure of the DNA. So DNA contains the phosphodiester bonds and the glycosidic bonds. The bonds which are present between the sugar molecule, you call it as a glycosidic bond, and the bonds which are present attaching the two adjacent nucleotides, you call it as a phosphodiester bond. So phosphodiester bonds, hydrogen bonds and glycosidic bonds are present in the DNA structure. And DNA is anti-parallel. It is made up of two different strands.